Now let's talk about your belief system. So this is the question. I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about money? What do you think about money? You start first.
Money, necessary.
Okay.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, I was thinking exactly like this because we need money to live.
Okay.
It's not like love that's more important, but necessary.
Okay.
Totally agree. But I read some articles, money gets certain point, then people start thinking about the different. But the basic for people have a decent living, is definitely necessary for us.
Okay. You?
As long as there's enough money for living, it's not equal to happiness. Money doesn't bring happiness.
Okay.
It doesn't mean the
Yes.
more money, the happier you are.
Okay.
I agree with her.
Okay.
I mean, to a certain extent, you need money to survive.
Right.
But I look at money, you need certain money as far as comfortability, survival, but it's not, I don't believe it's equal to happiness.
Okay.
So yeah, I agree with her.
All right. Cool. And so when we thinking about money is necessary, we're at a level of survival.
Mm-hmm.
And because at that time we need the money to survive. But once we move over passing that stage, we're coming into a different, like we want more things, we want happiness, we want different things, so money, it's started changing to us. The definition of the money, it changes. So definitely. Down. Pretty much. We can go and think about it more. Okay, start with me first. I said I wish I could have more money so I get to do more things, travel around the world. I don't have to worry about it. I can be free doing anything I want. Interesting. After I wrote this, I realized, I associate money with freedom. See, I didn't notice.
I like.
Now I see. Okay, so that's mine. All right, now yours.
Oh boy. Okay, so what I put down was spiritual completion on a daily basis of giving back to the community while having financial abundance beyond survival.
So you want help the community, yet you are still struggling with your limitations. Okay, that's yours, yeah? So you have a heart for the community as a whole. Write down, because
Okay,
that's
I'm writing.
that's
Okay.
something we have to address it.
Okay, I'm writing.
Okay, you good?
So, can you say it one more
yeah,
time,
so
please?
you is about community
Okay.
versus your own survival plus survival. You see, there's like community versus you.
Okay.
You have limitations on yourself. You don't feel like there's enough abundance, but yet you want help in the community. So there is a little bit of conflict there.
Okay.
So we have to address that.
Okay.
Okay. And you?
I will feel fulfilled, satisfied, at ease, and safe. And I'll have a sense of accomplishment and high self-esteem. And it will be through very hard work and maybe investment that I'm not very familiar with. And I'll make family members happy.
There's a lot. Yeah.
I felt it, very heavy energy. You don't mind if I talk about it? Because that's something you have to address it. Is your self-worth, it relates to family happiness. So there's a lot of parents' expectations from you, and I felt it like this heavy energy coming down. hardworking, so you believe that money have to get through hard work, bring money. That's your belief system. You have to address that. And then the make family happy when you make more money. That's another one. So that's the kind of as a Chinese, I can understand a very traditional of a family brought up that way.
And the family also includes my son. I want him to receive very good education.
Yeah,
Not
so
only my parents, maybe.
yeah, like our tradition, you know, like
Yeah.
the Chinese tradition. So you have that. We have to work on it. What do you wrote?
My thought very spreading right now. So what I wrote was, for me, I feel money associate enough, felt comfortable, but the money, what is the enough? That's the question.
Ah,
What is enough? And I think for each individual, we don't have a quantitative number, but always feel money never gonna be enough.
okay.
What is enough? That's my question. What is enough money? However, I want to do a lot of these things in life, experience. I want to have experience in life, different things. One is same as yours, travel and motherhood, experience all different things. That's time. So money and time is an exchange. I could dedicate my time to go to work and make a lot of money, or doing something makes some decent money. Or I could dedicate this time to the experience that I lack of, and I want in my capable years to experience something that when I get older I couldn't do it. So it's the time and money exchange. It's a balance between time and money. And time, when we pass, we can't make it. Money, when we lose it, we can make it later on, maybe less or more, whatever. So it's between this struggle with my current situation. Even though I don't work right now, I do miss work. But when I miss work, I said, what's the purpose to work? Just to make the salary? And then I miss the time I'm doing some other things. So it's constant, the battle in my mind, what's the best way? And being an engineer in my background, sometimes I think about life can be time division. I don't know you guys heard about it's certain time doing something, TDMA rather than CDMA. CDMA, you do everything, same bandwidth, with everything in it, and then you lose the focus of each one. So this is lately I've been thinking of what is in life, money exchange with time division or CDMA division.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're coming to a place of people says time is money. There's a saying.
Yeah, time is money. But how do you spend your time? How you spend your time? That's also
okay. So that's coming to a higher place. It's when you come into talking about time as money, you have to understand it. You're looking at a life is short.
Yeah.
So you're looking at my lifespan is really short, and I need to do what am I do with this short of lifespan, and soon I'll be dying on this and that. So if we look at that, we become like, oh my gosh, we're stuck into this like really short period of time. We get like worried. But if we think as a soul, they say with this as a soul is really timeless, and it doesn't. this lifetime, next lifetime, any other lifetime, doesn't really matter. So, and then that time and the money is not equivalent. Because it simply gets you to eat on the physical level. Like I need food or I need to do things with the money. But say imagine that you have enough to eat, right? Is that's enough for you? So the question is, what's necessary for you? Do you need those or versus what's luxury? And if your mind can readjusting that, then what's enough? It depends how you view it.
Yeah.
Because if you're thinking, okay, I want to do hundreds of things, blah blah, all that, but is that all necessary for you? Or is that necessary along the way? You can, since you know it's necessary, it's take that uneasiness off of you in your back of your mind. Then you get to enjoy every moment. Moment you enjoy every moment, that moment becomes eternal. So then that whole viewpoint from the mind saying my life is this short, now become, if you count every minute, your life is really long. So there's actually saying in, it's interesting, part of this prosperity in I Ching, one of them was the prosperity deals with the ultimate, the smallest portion of it versus the biggest portion of it. So if you get to enjoy your every moment of your life for you, that really, that concept, it's enough or not, will slowly fades away in your left brain. That's what got you all thinking, worry, it's the left brain. So it gets to, they both trusted each other. Because at this point, you do have enough. I have to tell you. This, you do. So once you release that anxiety, you'll be fine. So now you have to thinking about every moment, what should I like to do? Then you can create and generate more. So that's that whole idea of, so it's like a, it's like you kind of have to jump yourself off, like that says time is a fourth dimension. Have you guys heard about it? So it's literally like you have to like jump yourself above elsewhere to look at it, then compare now. But you have to dive into. So if time can be stand still, for example, when you're in love. Have you heard about people saying that? Someone like in love, like time just passed by, they don't even know. Like if you love your baby, like when they're little, I remember when my son was tiny, I would just hold him and day goes by, I don't remember. The only thing is like, oh yeah, he's hungry, I need to feed him. So that's exactly means when you enjoy that moment in time. So you get to enjoy your moment in time now. So just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I felt just at the moment I'm living now, and I think I'm calm and relaxing about money right now.
Oh, cool.
Not that I don't want more, okay? We always want, but now I'm okay. I have enough.
Good. You're in peace with the money right now.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
That's good. You?
I in the beginning I was a little lost, as I felt a little lost with the question, how do you feel or how does your body feel when you think about this? And I was like an uncomfortable, like, okay, I don't know how to feel about it. And in the end you said something else, and I thought if the money brings me comfort, peace of mind. Right.
Okay. Yeah. So you need to release the worries off of you. So yes, the whole reason we are doing this exercise is that we see everybody have a different viewpoint about money, and it depends on the state we're in. And started with me first, since I started. My money associated with freedom, do things I want. Is that really the truth? Some partial truth in it, because if I the freedom associated with me was have money, have more freedom is partial upbringing too. And we used to be, I used to grow up in communist society at that time. We are like limited, like we have the things what they call coupons. And at that time when I was younger time, I have to get coupons to make clothes for New Year's. Only get one outfit for New Year. Sorry, I was born in the 60s.
Good time.
In the United States, yes, but not in China. So it was kind of constricted, and so freedom for me means a lot. We don't really have the freedom at that time. We were confined in a way, like we will, you only can do certain things. So and also money considered a capitalist grassroots is bad. And at that time. So it's but then once I'm out of the country, that I realized I need money. That gives me, so it's so for me, money to deal with the freedom, but so I have to work on this. I really have to work on myself because I have the freedom. I'm born with it. It has nothing to do with money, has nothing to do with politics. Literally, I have to rewrite it that I have the freedom within me.
But I think it's different that you write there. Because we thought about money in this situation that you have freedom to travel with money. You have freedom. So if you have money, you can travel, you can do a lot of things, you can go out for dinner. If you don't have it, you can't do these things.
Yes, but you still can travel. You not necessarily have to be like have to have the money to travel. Mm-hmm. I mean, she's been traveling around, go house sitting, do all kinds of things. Mm-hmm. So there's
an economic way. You don't have to spend tons of money to travel. There is cheaper way to travel. Depends on certain different money. You can still do the things you want. It's just at a different level. It can be luxury travel. It can be really, really cheap way. You do the house sitting. You stay in someone's house looking after pets. Doesn't cost you anything. Okay. Stay in the house and you can still be in the different place. And you just in exchange provide care for the pets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So it's my brain, my belief system is limiting me into money with freedom, with an equal association. Mm-hmm. So that's something I have to work on personally to change that mindset. So freedom means I am born with it, not associated with the money. So that part was liberating me. Sorry. So that's something I have to work on. So that where is like when I write the next, like almost like my New Year's resolution. That's what we're talking about. So that's the next piece I call positive enforcement and intention. That's how we manifest in the future. So what happened is how we manifest in the future start from today. Anything coming from past will carry on. If I make a change mentally, shifting my energy, and then my life will change accordingly afterwards. So that you're talking about that moment, that peace time, it's really important. So because we're talking about energies, our thoughts is energy, our belief system is energy goes. Don't change anything until you shift to that energy to, some people call raising to a higher vibration, or just shift it to a different viewpoint. And that will help you, moving forward. So that's my piece I have to work on. You, now. Okay, coming to you now.
Okay, me.
We have to work on your piece of you scarcity versus helping the community.
Okay.
How can you think about they are coming at the same time? Okay, we in all, okay, how to put this way? Everybody come down, this is a little bit on the spiritual side.
My favorite.
Huh? So every soul comes to the earth carries certain gift, their uniqueness, their specialty, yeah, whatever it is. We all have. No one is alike in this whole world. We have how many billions of people? So we have to cultivate our specialty. Our specialty also means that we will shine. We will support others with our specialty. So we're kind of like, we need each other, we're supporting each other. If a person says, all my life I only live for myself, that's really a sad story. Because when you really say, I only live for myself, after a while you feel like, what's the point? So we're here to live for some other cause or reasons or others. Some people call, well, we're attracting the people needs come to you in the community. So for you, question is, are you being taken care of? Are you fulfill all your needs? Is your servicing for others? Did you serve yourself first? Like your needs are met? Say for example, you want to help someone in need, but if that need drains you energetically, that means it's not a good match. But if your service to others rise both energy, then you're in a good service. So that's something you need to think about. That makes sense to you?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's something you have to write down. So for the next round is, how can you self are fully supported and loved and all that. Along the way, you're helping others in need. So that way you both rise. Cool.
Okay, cool beans.
All right, Lily, not to you. You have a lot with traditions. So in the things you're writing, it's a lot to do with traditional expectations and what we consider as a Chinese. We have a lot of traditions that, we have to be successful, make a lot of money, get a good job, and so we have to support our children. How old is your kid?
4.5.
Is he born in the United States? Oh, okay, good. So, I noticed, I'm not sure it's true or not. Anyone born into the United States and come to the United States, they have a different perspectives. We Chinese have say 一方土养一方人, it's a fengshui business. One area has its own water energy, raise a certain type of people. So in the United States, kids usually are independent in the little since they're little. They are trained to do things on their own, taking care of themselves. So this is American the kind of energy. I consider the culture too. Many family comes in, if their kids grown up here, they thinking differently. So you don't have to, if you think that your son eventually is going to be on his own, raise him that way, and you don't put your own Chinese idea to it, that will release the burdens off of you. But if you want to be the nice mom, raise the kids, send them to college, be it. But then you also have to change. He gets to do whatever he wants. You know, he is an individual being. He's by himself. Is in like it's on his own. Eventually, by the time he gets 18, 20, he will choose whatever he wants. So for you, will be adjusting and challenging there. You know, and so you still slowly have to learn to thinking about how your traditions versus the U.S. energy, like how to balance that off a little bit, so that way you don't get so stressed out, thinking, you know, and then that same energy kind of carries with your child, and that's something you have to think about it, and so for you, you know. What makes you happy, and that's something you need write down about it. Go home thinking about, you know, what makes you happy, the things that you enjoy to do, because we want to give everything to our children. Sorry, that's may not be the best thing, because it can be too much burden for them too. But for you, you have to think about it, what makes you happy as a person. Away from expectations, traditions, everybody else's thinking, like truly find out what makes you smile, laugh, enjoy life, besides working hard. And also the money, I'm sure you have enough money there. So just thinking about something makes you happy, things you like to do. And then, and I think, so your happiness has nothing to do with money, nothing to do with tradition. It really is about something you love to do, to try out. Maybe you want to take a dancing class. You never tried it before, but it's interesting. Like if some things makes you want to try and never done before because you study so hard before you didn't go, or go ski with the kids, you know. So slowly thinking about things brings joy and happiness and love to you. Love, okay, that's where eventually we'll come back. Okay, you are fine.
Yeah. I think I'm just, you know, at this stage of my life, just, you know, there are so many paths I can take. It's just, okay, which one I should take? Because you take this path, then you're missing that path. Can't have all, cannot have all. It's just balance of.
Do they say there's many roads to Rome, but you
Yeah.
can choose one, go there, whichever one works?
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, many roads to Rome, for me, actually to get to the destination, Rome, is not my goal. I felt I just want to experience different things. The experience, the path to Rome is what I'm more interested, rather than the end.
Yeah, so then you know, it's really good because you were talking about this time versus money.
Yeah.
And so now if you simply focus on the experience, then really it doesn't not matter which road or moment or time, doesn't really matter. Just do whatever you feel like to do.
Exactly what I feel like to do, but this is what I borrowed. Do I missing anything? If my field might be limited, that's what I feel in life. What else I want to expect? Remember I talked about, you know, being a motherhood, that's at that time, 10 years ago, I felt I'm lacking of that. I was lacking of that, so I was struggle with that. And now I'm a mom now, so what is I'm lacking? What I need to work on it? Am I taking this road? Am I taking that road? Am I missing out something? I don't know. It's just
So, if I could see both, like two ways, all right? From the like your curiosity point of the mind, that's where you ask the question, am I missing anything? Yeah. From the spiritual aspect of it, life is planned the way it is. You're not missing anything. That's called spiritual aspect of it, yeah? From, when we say from the spiritual aspect of it, every day whatever you take is the way it goes. But our brain sometimes do carry curiosity about, there's so many things I wanted to do, blah, blah, and I don't miss anything. It's like wonder, yeah? So that's normal too. However, okay, so we only have 2 feet, yeah? We didn't grow with 4 feet.
yeah.
What that mean? That means limiting us, take one step at a time.
Yeah.
And so we kind of build it this way. And so one step at a time, moving along, because then along the way, you are experiencing whatever the path you're choosing. So truly when we're thinking about a prosperity is a flow of energy. It's from the spiritual aspect of first, okay? Since it's when we were born to the earth, we kind of choose our parents, our families, we have to borrow their DNA, so we have to get we have to borrow a stomach and come to the earth and they're raised. We could be any kind of so there's a reasons why we're born into certain families, and we choose our parents. We want to experience our life on the earth. So simply, earth is experimenting school, and we're experience 3D life. Because everything on the earth, you can see it as 3D. We can create anything in 3D. And so as the DNA is using, like anomic acid to create a 3D structure of protein to support our life. And I was mapping the DNA code with I Ching, the Chinese Book of Change, the 64 patterns. They just matched perfectly. And so I was studying about it of, on the structure level, even in the most smallest cellular level, So we are all built in this 3D world to experience life. And we built with 6 senses, not 5. 5 senses are the physical, the 6th sense is our intuition. That intuition is where really is a spiritual aspect of our connection. And many people have a different religious beliefs, Christians, Mormons, Chinese, in Taoist, many things. Doesn't matter what kind of a belief you are, but we do believe there is some invisible force bigger than us. We are connected somewhere. And so for me, yes, we do. So we are connected to a higher source, we call it the light and the love. And the love is really energy kind of like bonding all of us together. And it's also love is an attraction too, So in our life, we all come to kind of like we're born with abundance. Have to remember this. All of us, we're born with abundance, freedom, like all the, like you could have a lot of money, everything else you want, we're born with it. We're born with no limitations, no judgments, nothing. But it's the world, people around us societies and the communities putting ideas into our head, kind of molding us into a certain way as we're grown up. So for this class today come here, we kind of want to change that mindset a little bit to think about we are really abundant in our own way. Yes, we are limited into our physical body, our past experiences, and but keep that in mind whenever you're moving forward next from now on. And if anyone tells you you can, if you have a dream, you know, don't let other people say, oh, that's not gonna happen. If you have a goal, you will follow it. You will do whatever it takes you to get there, because that's your calling, that's your whatever it's to you. And I know some days will be very hard. People will tell you something different, but if you don't hold that to yourself, where if what happens, the mass consciousness, I call the mass consciousness, it's based on fear. So if we put it into a way we can understand it, it's called, there's a threshold, and then there's love, and then below versus love above. Okay, so below, actually someone had a map called consciousness. They listed, you know, fears, judgment, everything, you name it, and then you're going above. So if you love what you do, it doesn't matter what, and that will give you more energy to it in your life. But if you do some things more out of, because someone wanted, you know, because, you know, whatever, we call depleting your own energy force field. Your own self, your own body actually depletes the energy, and then if you don't get it back from it, you deplete. Some people get sick, some people become overweight, emotionally they drained. There's all kinds of things can come, affect them health-wise too, besides the energy, because really a good health, this is something to do with my feng shui portion that I didn't talk about earlier. The environment, the community, the people, they have effect on us. We have effect on the environment as well, because we're a living energy. We're constantly, you know, interacting with everybody else, with the environment, and so we're easily distracted, and you know, we're doing something because someone else wanted, so we kind of forget about who we are most of the time. So it's important to remember that we're born with abundance, we're born with we're born with expensiveness too. We could be anything we want. Nobody's going to limit us. The only thing is what I choose. And am I choose this road or am I choose that road? And if I choose something, am I love because something it's at that moment in time is for my best interest. It's not because someone else's demand or what they wanted. Is that something I love to do? Is that feeds my energy? It's very interesting when you're in a certain level, you manifest, you feel good about it when you do something. If you feel good about doing something, go for it. Because that means you're fully supported, your energy is like built up, it's like, yeah, let's go do it. But if you're like, oh, I don't feel like doing it, this and that, you know, then you have to look at it. When you feel that way, where that energy came from, is that yours or because someone else's? And so meditations by someone else's ideas, thoughts, and the belief systems, that's something we want to think about really. And so in terms of friends, you know, people's in our life, we do need change our mindset. We also need to go hang out with people who is a similar mindset. The whole reason is two energy. When you come together, you don't get drained. More of like we can stay together and raise above. So that to do with your community too. And it is really including our own family. I have a tough time dealing with my own parents because they don't believe what I do. So I just spend less time with them, and when I go home with them, I'm just like, oh yeah, okay, then this and that. And then I come home, I'm in flaming pain. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's. So I have to learn to funnel. It's like I go there, I prepare myself in that mode of operation. Then when I'm out of it, I have to like go do seeing some helps and healings and get a release and tell myself, okay, I'm back now. To make the adjustment. So sometimes we might need to energetically cut a certain people in our life. Energetically is that we, for me, I'm very sensitive, and some of you might sensitive too. If you feel, like when she's talking about family, the things, I can feel heaviness in my back because I already felt the stress coming in for you. Like I already felt it. That's like a big lump of stress just passing through. That was energy there too. So in order to release that energy is that we can, I do call spiritual cleansing, is I close my eyes. We can do one right now. If anyone of you guys want to release anything which is not yours, we can do it.